Safer Foundation is a not-for-profit organization that over the last 35 years has been working with people who are seeking employment. These are people who have a felony conviction in their criminal history, but really want to turn their lives around and recognize that an important part of turning their lives around is going to work so that they can contribute to their families and to their communities. And so we help them to get prepared to do that. We also work with employers to make sure that we're understanding their needs and that we're meeting their business needs as we recommend candidates for positions that they have open.
What we do is try to do everything we possibly can to make sure these guys succeed. If you need tools, we're there. If you need bus passes, we're there. If you need somebody to go to counseling, we're there. If you need to go to school, we're there. Whatever it is, we're there for you. And that's what Safer Foundation is. And that's why that puts them above all the other organizations, I believe, because we have the heart, and that's the main thing.
On a day-to-day basis, Safer staff is acknowledging the fact that there are people who want to go to work and that there are businesses out there who need people to come to work.
In my carpentry class, I try to give my students enough skills so when they hit the streets, they should be able to get a job.
Oh, this is an accomplishment. You know, it took a lot of work and I learned a lot.
Just being in this program, it's given me a lot of opportunity to do something I always wanted to do. And when I get out there on the streets, I can show the job production what I'm capable of doing,
And show them where they can make an honest living, where they can be respected in the community. Their children can look up to them and not say, my daddy's incarcerated, my daddy works for XYZ Electric Company.
Before coming here, I didn't have any marketable skills, but being here in this program, I got something that I can go back out there and make myself competitive as far as in the job market.
I went through Safer and I worked out. I'm here now. I started on the lower level and now I'm a supervisor. I supervise almost 100 people. And my boss trusts me. She understands me.
Archie has it in him that he wants to work. He wants to prove himself. He really takes these people under his wings. Look, I've been there. This is what I made of myself. You can do it too.
Employers tell us that they hire from us because we screen based on their specifications, because we work with that client in an effort to prepare them to go to work before they ever come out to interview, and because the clients that we send them tend to have a greater desire to go to work than those that they would hire off the street.
It's easier to hire a safer person. You know what you're getting. If we hire somebody that's recommended, a cousin, a friend, an uncle, a neighbor, you don't know what you're getting. With Safer, you do.
Anytime you go out to the street, it's very expensive to hire someone, and you don't know what that person, you're taking a chance on anybody off the street.
We don't have a lot of time to train people for the individual jobs that we have here.
What this program does is fills those skill gaps. Being able to operate a piece of power industrial equipment safely, being able to operate safely in an environment, having the technology skills, that reduces the company's training time.
Yeah, the bottom line is that you have a better opportunity to have an employee that will meet your needs than if you hire somebody off the street. And we've not heard that from one employer, we've heard that from many employers. They genuinely believe because we have had an opportunity to work with that person and to prepare them to go to work, that they do better than putting an ad in the newspaper if they hire from us. There's also some very tangible benefits to people who hire folks with criminal records. There's a work opportunity tax credit. The state of Illinois has added to that tax credit, so that combined they're about $3,000 in value for tax credits. There's a federal bonding program that will bond an individual with a criminal record for 6 months and for up to about $5,000 in liability. There is no fee to the employer for that bonding.
The Safer Foundation really is their stepping stone to us. They teach them how to fill out applications. They teach them how to interview. We've gone out to Sheridan to give them kind of a pre-interview so they learn how to go with the process.
Golonaski, how you doing?
Hello, Mr. Wilson.
My name's Charles Wilson. I'm trying to interview for a welder.
All right.
The Safer Foundation, that beginning training with them really sets them on the right path.
We allow people who want to turn their lives around to have the support mechanisms that allows that to happen.
We make a simple call to Safer. They send us as many people as we need, pretty much immediately. It's the ease of getting people quickly. And like I said, these people, if they don't want to work, they're not going to come here.
You go, you're right there now. Give me space.
We can take the risk of liability. We can take the concern for any issues that they might otherwise have if they were hiring those employees directly.
Because we didn't want the liability of having to pay the people, write the checks, worry about unemployment, taxes and all that. They take care of all the headaches on that side.
In recent studies, the state of Illinois releases about 38,000 people each year. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 52 to 54% of those people are likely to return to prison in the next 3 years post-release. If people come to the Safer Foundation and we're able to get them to work and just help them to stay in that work for 30 days, that number goes from 52 to 54% down to 13%. By working with the Safer Foundation, you have an opportunity to meet two very important goals that many individuals have when they're in the corporate arena. One of those goals is to meet the needs of your business. That is, to get a good person at the right level, with the right skills, with the right background, and with a true desire to do a good job. And you also have an opportunity to meet a need that we as individuals have, which is to do good work in the communities in which we live and work.
History has shown if people don't have jobs and they don't have an income coming in, that they typically will turn back to what they've known in the past, and that was crime, and that was theft. Here, with the opportunity to have an income coming in and education and help get them future jobs elsewhere, that benefits the community.
If you talk about return on investment from the perspective of the individual, they are obviously living a more positive life. But let's talk about it from the perspective of safe communities, fewer victims. Let's talk about it from the perspective of paying taxes rather than being on the tax roll, so to speak. So there's really nothing but a win embedded in that employment. You can give a person who has made a mistake in the past another chance to live the way they should and the way they want to going forward. Because you can give them an opportunity for legitimate employment rather than illegal, inappropriate employment.
This is a good program for us to get into. I like to see a lot of employees take a look at what we do, give us a chance to better ourselves. We've been, in a little trouble, but now we're trying to make a better life of what we're doing now.